Hello, everybody. So, I would like to share with you my story of the discovery of Iyengar and how it impacted my daily life in a very unexpected way. So, I've been told since many years that yoga would change my life. I've read it in magazines, in documentaries. It was written everywhere around any holistic alternative activity that yoga is life changing. And one day I felt I was ready to embrace this change. So I left my mountains in Switzerland and landed in Rishikesh Yoga Festival with a little bit of cheese and chocolate in my pocket. We never know how spicy is the sweets in India. And so I came to the yoga festival with my eyes and ears wide open to know more about the authentic yoga in the home of yoga, in the capital of yoga, Rishikesh. And so it was 7 a.m. in the morning in the Ganga Resort, which is the place where the International Yoga Festival is organized, beginning of March. It was very quiet morning. The sun was hiding behind the mountains. The air was very fresh, very quiet, and I could say that it was almost like Switzerland if we mute all the horns and the India background noise that is always there. And I end up in the main hall of the Rishikesh Yoga Festival, and several Indian students were preparing the class at like 7:15. They were stretching all around and they were wearing t-shirts with written Rishikesh Yoga University. And then I saw this, it's a university of yoga. So I said, yeah, I am in the place to be, to learn authentic yoga. And then suddenly, a very determined voice ordered to those students to stop stretching like dancers and do a proper yoga warm-up. Then they asked, what is the proper yoga warm-up? And then this voice ordered them to do 100 Adho Mukha Urdhva Mukha. And this is a proper warm-up. And all those students just went into this warm-up. And I was showing them really sweating completely. For me, they were done with their class because they were really doing a lot of workout. And that was just the beginning. And this was my first time I see Usha Ji in action, how she really motivates and pushes her students. After this little warm-up, I went into the most intensive yoga class I've ever been, because it was my first yoga class in India. It was directed by Ekta ji from Omkarananda, and it was very intense, really very intense. It was a hatha flow, very fast, and I felt really all the muscles I know and so many muscles I never know about, they were dying during this class. And I really felt good after that. And I know that I need to learn so much because I cannot sustain the rhythm. And I saw different level in the class. And the week after that, I came to Ekta's beginner's class in Rishikesh after the festival. Must be that I liked this pain and I couldn't live without it, so I came every day in the afternoon for the beginner's class. And week after week, I really understood how deep, how demanding, how challenging, how spiritual, how mindful, and how painful is the yoga learning journey. It was really a big discovery for me. And I went with my homework every day, with my sour muscles, with my bones still paining after the opening, because I'm a guy and I'm a stiff guy. I used to run marathons, I used to run and do sports that make me become really stiff, like climbing, long hikes. And so yeah, it was very tough for me. And then after like 2 months, I start feeling quite an unexpected change in my life. So like, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I was not just jumping out of the bed. I was like waking up in Shavasana, bending my knees, turning to the right side, pushing my bed gently, and sitting in Swastikasana. That was the beginning of my day, and I felt that mindful beginning of the day. And then in my bed, I just look at the blanket that is all scrambled after a night. And then I was looking at this blanket and thinking, should I fold it 2 folds, 3 folds, 4 folds? And I just go for 4 folds, really symmetric, and the right edge of the blanket always outside. Exactly like we do in the yoga classes. And then I jump to the bathroom, start brushing my teeth. And then the bathroom is full of walls. I cannot resist. I just go to the wall and sit in Tadasana with only one hand because another hand is busy brushing the teeth. And then I check my lumbars if they are close to the wall. And I was like checking if I'm good aligned after a night of sleep. And after that, I move to my kitchen, preparing my coffee. And I see a chair. And I just jump in the chair to do a back bend to wake up my spine. And then once my coffee is ready, I just grab the mug and keep the mug with fingers straight, aligned with my shoulder level, and then bend my elbow gracefully, and then bring the mug to my mouth at the same level as my shoulders, and not bring my mouth to the mug because this is not the same thing, and I learn it every day in yoga. It's not about the result, it's about the journey to get to what you want. And that was just the beginning. I basically see props of yoga everywhere. And in Rishikesh, there is constructions everywhere, and there is those orange bricks everywhere in Rishikesh, in every construction area. And they inspire me for asanas. I can just check, this one is good, this one looks like perfect for my buttocks or my sitting bones, and I have some at home to use them for asanas, for meditation. And that was like, feels like the methodology of Iyengar, of Guruji, Usha Ji and Ekta Ji impacted me in this really funny way. And the learning journey is still quite steep, with lot of challenges, but it's enjoyable every day. And like more seriously, Guruji used to say that the early books about yoga in the middle of the 20th century, they used to say that BKS Iyengar used to stand for beating, kicking and shouting. And that after those same writers understood the concept of Iyengar discipline, of alignment, of detail, of learning journey, they transformed themselves. And once they embrace this transformation, BKS starts standing for beauty, knowledge, and serenity. And this is exactly how I felt in Omkarananda. After several months studying with Ekta Ji and Usha Ji, I felt this transformation, this beauty, this serenity at every class. So I'm so thankful to Ekta Ji and Guru Ji and Usha Ji to spread this authentic and pure style of yoga that really means a lot for me as a beginner student in yoga, and showed me how the journey is and where I want to reach, and following this journey every day. And thank you.